Welcome to the Rise of Dagon development update for October 4th, 2014. This week was all about improving the level editor, so I'm going to go ahead and go in there. And what I was able to do is improve and work on the brush tools, as you'll see down here in the lower right-hand area. There's some new icons, new settings, and what I wanted to focus on was usability and rapid carving and level design. So I'm going to go ahead and instantiate a level that's reasonable sized here. And first thing you'll notice is I went ahead and changed the kind of core block. I went ahead and just made it black. It seems like it was better contrast and made it easier to see what you're doing. As you see here, I got a pretty good size level. I'm actually going to zoom in just a little bit while I carve though, so we can see some of the details here. So it used to be the behavior would do what I'm going to demonstrate now, which is this strict carving. And strict carving, if you'll notice, there are no walls. It may not be readily apparent right now, but you'll see the difference in a minute. So, and I can fill in this and kind of put it back how it was. But if I go over to smart carving, all of a sudden you'll notice that there's pillars and walls appearing only where it's appropriate. So this tool is still in development right now. It actually needs further work. What you'll notice here is it made a wall right here in between. If I swipe over it again, it goes ahead and corrects that. So I need to put in extra logic where it goes backwards, kind of like I'm manually doing right now, and then determines for you, oh hey, by the way, as the result of you continually moving the carve brush, decisions I made last time need to be readjusted. But that needs to actually be really sensitive, so what I'm going to do here is carve a bigger room, because you can use a combination of a smart and strict brushes to carve some architecture quickly in situations where you want some custom architecture. So I'm going to go ahead and set strict mode, and I'm going to choose my edit, and I'm going to choose a particular square. And you notice this inspector area shows me what that looks like right now. And if I add a pillar, sure enough, oops, zoom in instead of out. Sure enough, here's a pillar, here's a wall, here's another pillar. So I'm going to select a custom brush now instead of the just default carve, and I'm going to apply this, and I'm going to leave it on the strict setting. And let's say I wanted to make a wall in this room, so there's kind of a little bit of division of the space here. All of a sudden now I can make this really quick. Oh, now I have two walls. Or even if I were to extend off of this, I could have something like this going on. Where strict may or may not be a great idea, as you notice down here now, of course, once again I'm missing those lower walls, so if I'm going to leave it on custom brush 1, but I swap over to smart. Now interesting here, it's that's probably a bug. In fact, it's not applying the lower columns. Let me go back to the default one. I'll need to fix that. And there's a bug. That's okay. This happens. Work in progress. So in general, what I want to continue doing is make this all smoother, make it work really nicely, and then if ever you had like a really special situation, like, oh, this is going to be a hidden room where the walls are going to come up, I'm going to select that, and for right now it would look like this, so there is a hollow carved out in here. And eventually, see these buttons, there's toggles and then there's buttons. The buttons don't do anything right now, but eventually this button, when you click it, will give you some properties of this wall, and you'll be able to say, oh, well, this wall actually goes up when a trigger goes off, so that maybe there's a monster in there when the trigger goes off. So that is the primary updates I did this week. As you can see here, I carved out a nice little section of a level that looks pretty decent. I'll fix those bugs there. The next thing I'd really like to start doing is turning this into something I can save and load in the main gameplay. So I will have tied together level construction and gameplay, And at that point, the game should start getting really close to playable, so I'm really excited to watching that happen. If you have any comments or questions that you'd like to answer, I'd love to hear your comments in the area below. Just let me know what you think. Thanks.